What Malcolm X means to me. Malcolm X means legacy. Malcolm X means human. Malcolm X means black. Malcolm X means dignity, courage, understanding, knowledge, love, faith, hope, prayer. Malcolm X means Assalamu alaikum. That's what Malcolm X means to me. Because Malcolm X loved his people. No matter what people said about him, he loved his people. He loved his people so much, and he put all of him in his people as much as he possibly could to elevate his people, to educate his people. I wasn't, around, obviously, when Malcolm X was alive, but my mother and my father were. And my mother and father would tell me stories about the way he spoke to the people, the way he dressed, the way he walked, what he really represented. They made sure I watched the movie and read his book biography. And although I wasn't there, just watching the lectures, his speeches, reading his book, I can feel his presence. I can feel the love that he had for his people. That is what Malcolm X means to me. Peace.
Powered by Riverside.
I do not own the rights to this clip I'm getting ready to play, but I just wanted to play it because I wanted to open up a discussion about our topic this week, which is called The Plantation. That's our topic. Welcome, everyone. I am your host, Genevieve, and this is about keeping our community together. It's about having honest conversations of what is affecting us, such as relationship issues, sex, racism, politics, and so much more. So grab your coffee and join in the conversation. Make sure you click that subscribe button and like button and share on all of your social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, your websites, your YouTube channels, everything. Make sure you subscribe right now. Our discussion this week is about the plantation. As you all know, the largest plantation in America burned down. The largest plantation in Louisiana just burnt to the ground. Um, and it is called the Nottoway Plantation in White Castle, Louisiana. Has 64 rooms, 53,000 square feet. Ooh, that's big. It's almost as big as a football field, as people say. And there's um, no one knows how the fire started. It's under investigation right now. There's quite a few people out here, especially us as Black people, are very happy and excited and celebrating that this house is burning down or has been burnt down. And I'm right there with them. Because why would we be sad about it? This was a plantation. 150 people plus, 150 plus enslaved people built this house for a white man, a white slave owner. And how I feel about it, I'm just glad it's been burnt down. And I wonder if this will be the start of other plantations being burnt down to the ground. I also wonder, will this house be rebuilt? Because it means so much to other people other than Black people. You know what I mean? So I wonder if it'll be rebuilt. But then if so, what does that really mean? Because and why would you rebuild it? You're not going to be able to really rebuild it the way it was. Because all of the plantation houses now, they are part of a tour guide. Like if you want to go visit these places where your ancestors was held captive in chains and were whipped and were hung from trees. A lot of these places are like for tours. Go on tour to see these places. The White House is one of them. I always said I would never go to the White House to just walk around and look because I don't want to see pictures on the wall of slave masters, which were our presidents of the United States of America. I do not want to see that. However, I will say it is important for me to see it, whether I want to or not, because I need to see what my ancestors have seen and have built and got nothing for it but whips and chains, scars, you know? The Plantation. I put a quote on Facebook and threads. This was the quote: "The largest plantation in America is America." And I got quite a few comments on it that a lot of people agreed with what I said. A lot of people understood what I said. A lot of people said, "Rest in power, ancestors." Yeah. What does this mean for you? Put in the comments, what does this plantation burning down mean to you? What does it mean to you? Because this is only the one plantation that burnt down. What about the others that's still around? Do you think the others should burn down as well? Do you think um, it should still be considered a place for you to go on tour to see? Do you think it's do you think this one will be rebuilt? What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on the plantation in Louisiana burning down to the ground? I'm going to read a few quotes of what some people thought. Like I said, a lot of people are happy about it. They were doing memes and reels on Instagram and Facebook. They taking pictures in front of the building and that's on fire. They are twerking. They got pictures and they got videos of black folks having barbecues. They got the boots on the ground, music playing. You know what? Where them fans at? Y'all, we are a colorful, creative people. We really are. But sometimes we are a little too creative for some of the wrong things sometimes. If we could just put that same energy in actually being united and actually come together as a collective and really fight oppression, I think we will definitely make it as a people. We come together when it comes to dancing around and singing and stuff. But can we really come together? Can we really come together? This is a quote. I'm quoting this from Instagram. "Freedom song, which is what I just played, has yet to echo from every mountaintop. But sometimes when least expected, it resounds through acts of courage and resistance. This time, it reverberated from the ashes of Nottoway Plantation in White Castle, Louisiana, where flames consumed a monument to oppression. In that fierce blaze, the ancestors smiled, for the spirit of liberation had spoken." And that's from Instagram, posted by Mr. Raheem Shabazz. I hope you don't mind me giving you this shout out because I reposted your video, your post on my post as well on my Genovation uh, Instagram page. So shout out to you, brother, for that. Shout out to you for that. Um, Ironically, how today, Monday, just happened to also be Malcolm X's 100th birthday, which is one of the reasons why in the beginning of this episode, I talked about what Malcolm X means to me. The Shabazz Center uh, is doing a 100th uh, birthday celebration for Malcolm X. They do a celebration of his birthday every year. This year he's turning 100, and this year they asked people, what does Malcolm X mean to you? They asked to do a video of you expressing what Malcolm X means to you and to tag them in the post. And that's what I did. In the beginning of this, I spoke on what Malcolm X means to me. Now, I am, of course, I'm 37 years old. I just turned 37 in April. I am definitely young, too young to even remember Malcolm X. But my parents taught me about Malcolm X. They made sure I watched the movie by Spike Lee, made sure I read the book by Alex Haley. They made sure that they told me stories about Malcolm X, how he looked, how he talked, how he walked, what he represented, what he means. They talked about his what his faith is. They talked about what the movement was about. They talked about his assassination, which we also celebrated 60 years of the assassination this year, back in February. So yes, I'm young, but I know of. And because I know of and I've read his book, I've read stories, I've listened to his speeches, I listened to lectures, I've listened to my parents speak about it, I'm able to say what he means to me. And I would love to know what you mean, what Malcolm X means to you. So please tell me in the comments what Malcolm X means to you. And how do you feel about the plantation, Nottoway plantation burning down? While you are doing that, we will go to our Black Business highlights and we will be right back with the other half. Give me one moment. Give me 1 second. I apologize.
Powered by Riverside.
business with your poetry, make sure you go to poetrybusiness.com and join a community of poets. We have 600 plus members right now that is here to support you in your dream of becoming a business with your poetry. So go to poetrybusinessnetwork.com right now and become part of the community where you get all the information you need, all the knowledge, all of the advice, all of the support that you need on poetrybusinessnetwork.com. Are you a creator? Are you a content creator? Are you a poet? Are you a business owner? Well, make sure you go to ForbesBLK.com and become part of the community for Black creators all over the world, where you can network with everyone of color that looks just like you, with big businesses and opportunities just for you at ForbesBLK.com. Would you like a new Black owned magazine to read? Well, I have one for you. Asili magazine. Asili meaning origin in Swahili. It's a new magazine. All you gotta do is click on the link below and check it out for free. You can skim through it, check out all of the wonderful Black people that is featured in this magazine. Shout outs to Kofi, uh, the creator of the magazine, and yours truly, Genevieve, is also in the magazine. My poetry has been featured in this magazine, so make sure you click on the link to check out Asili magazine. Make sure you become a member of the Generation Network right now, where you can get full access to all poetic content, to the Generation Book Club, to the Generation Poetry Blog, and our Poet Support Scriptures group, where you get poetic affirmations for your mental health. Sign up for our newsletter, where you will get weekly news on everything that's coming to the Generation Network. Also, make sure you get the Generation Network app. Everything is in the link below.
Powered by Riverside.
And we are back. That was the Black Business Highlights section of our podcast, our Seeking Mentality podcast. I am your host, Genevieve, and welcome back. This show is about keeping our community together. It's about having honest conversations about what is affecting us, such as relationship issues, sex, racism, politics, and so much more. Grab your coffee and join in the conversation. Make sure you click that subscribe button on whatever platform you are listening to, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and share on all of your social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, all of that good stuff. And we are talking about the plantation. We got plantations everywhere. Like I said earlier, the largest plantation in America is America. The second largest plantation is the NFL. Third is the NBA. Fourth is the music industry. Y'all gonna get mad when I say this, but nah, I won't say it. You kind of get the point of where I'm going with this, right? The plantation. Anytime you sell yourself for some money, a little bit of money that white people are giving you, that permits to give you, that treat you like you're nothing, that talk to you any kind of way, that disrespect you, that deny you your rights, you are on the plantation. You are a slave. And that's that. Anytime you allow these these people to take everything that you have, to suspend you from playing any of your sports because you shared a post about a book or a movie that you watched that called you anti-Semitic. Anytime you allow these people to pay you $12 an hour working hardcore labor jobs for 8 to 12 hours, and they know it's not enough for you to take care of your family and to pay your bills, and they raising prices on everything from food to bills to clothes to shoes to everything, but they're not paying you enough to cover it. You are on a plantation. That's what America is, a plantation. That's what America is. We are a colorful people, ain't we? That's why they took everything that we have and rewrote it, putting themselves in it, and took us out. That's what they did. That is what that's what they did. And we seem to act like we don't understand this. Some of us do, but there's some that don't. But then you can't take everyone with you when the revolution comes. You can take black folks, but you can't take niggas. Because niggas are scared of revolution. Yeah, they are. They are. And we are going to keep this short this week. We were going to talk about other things like there were so many things that was going on past few weeks. Like I just talked about how the music industry is also a plantation. It has us fighting each other. Everybody knows about the Kendrick Lamar and the Drake beef. Everybody know that Kendrick Lamar won that beef, won, and Drake lost. Everybody knows, including those that participated. Kendrick knows and Drake knows. And we all know that Drake tried to have a lawsuit against a record label or whatever, but it has ended. The lawsuit was dropped by the judge because he participated in the beef. Now, I said this was going to happen because, I mean, you participated. Now, it would have been different if Kendrick Lamar just came out with a song and just dissed him, and Drake didn't respond, or it would have been different. I would have been on his side, but he participated. He started it, and he participated, and because he lost and not getting the recognition that he thought he was going to get, now all of a sudden he wants to bring in the courts, and lost again. My advice to Drake is for him to sit down somewhere and just focus on his music. Just keep making music. He just dropped a new album. He should be more focused on that and not focus on silly stuff. But this is what happens when you are in a plantation where white folks take over everything that you have and pin y'all against each other, which is what they've been doing for over 400 something years. This is what happens on plantations, stuff like that. So, Drake, I suggest you just focus on your music, focus on the new album that you just dropped, go on tour, make your money, and don't start any more beefs with anybody. Just don't. That's just my advice. And congrats to Kendrick Lamar. I'm just saying. I am just saying. We are going to. Oh no, I want to hit one more topic before we go, because I talked about how the NFL is also a plantation. As you all know, Deion Sanders' sons, two of his sons, are now going to be playing professional football. One is going to the Browns, Cleveland Browns, and one is going to um what is it, the Jaguars, I think? Let me make sure I know for sure. Let me make sure. I know one's going to the Browns. Shador is going to the Browns, and Shiloh is going to. Where is Shiloh going to? Hold on one second. Trying to make sure I got it right. The Buccaneers. He's going to the Buccaneers, not the Jaguars. Going to the Buccaneers. I don't know what I say Jaguars for, but okay. So one's going to the Cleveland Browns, one's going to Buccaneers. I'm very proud of these young men. However, they need to be very careful. And I know that there will be, because of the kind of father that they have, because he's been in it and he knows how the NFL works. And when you have a strong father figure, or a strong father, black father at that, of course, white people don't like that. And they're going to try their best to break you in every way, shape, or form, because you had a strong father in the house that taught you everything you need to know. They're going to try to find a way to humble you if you're too confident in yourself, as you should be. But, white people don't want black men, especially young black men, to be confident in anything, in any way, shape, or form. They try to buck break them in every way they possibly can. And they try their best to do that with the NFL, but especially with the NFL draft. Now, I don't know too much about football, really, so I'm not going to speak too much on it. I just want people to understand that we really should not be surprised at how the NFL has treated uh, these boys with the NFL draft. I mean, it's nothing new. And what I love, though, is some of the NFL players came out and defended these boys. and encouraged them and made them feel supported and loved. And then, of course, something happened to where one of the teams, I think the coach's son or somebody, now has to pay a fine, a whole lot of money, because they decided to prank one of the Deion Sanders' sons with the NFL draft. And you notice how they only briefly talked about that. This white boy who did the wrong thing. They only talked about it, what, a couple days? But then they fixed it and then, not talking about it no more. And they just so focused on these boys being, in their words, being too cocky, or reasons why they wasn't picked in the first or second draft of the NFL, and they was too this, and he wasn't prepared. They were prepared, just not for the BS that y'all were going to try to, play in their face. Because like I said, they have a strong father, black father, that knows all your tricks. And yeah. So I just wanted to touch on that for a minute. And I wanted to send out all the love for them. I can't wait for the NFL season. I'm actually looking forward to seeing these boys play, see how good they play. I think they'll do wonderful um, this NFL season. Um, I don't have no high expectations, but I do believe they'll do very well their first season in the NFL. So congratulations to these boys. And that is that. That it will be it for this episode. I love y'all so much. Again, make sure y'all click that subscribe button or whatever platform you are listening to, whether it's Spotify, iHeartRadio, or YouTube. Make sure you share on all of your social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, yada, 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 etc., etc. And I will chat with you all next week. And again, let me just say, I do not own the rights to this music, but I want to play this one more time to close out my episode. And I will speak to you all next week. God bless.
Powered by Riverside.